Hello, people. This is Sharon Marie Chester, licensed clinical social worker, board-approved supervisor in the state of Louisiana, and a racially literate white person of conscience, bringing you your Melanin Matters Minute. This one may be a little longer than a minute because we've got to get to some definitions, okay? We need to discuss the authentic and operational definitions of race, racism, and who is a racist. Okay? The concept of differing races was invented as a clever social trick to justify to their own consciences and to the rest of the world why some group of people should be allowed to get away with oppressing. That means kidnapping, torturing, murdering, lynching, selling, enslaving some other random group of people. Roughly 400 years ago, the concept of racial subspecies was concocted to circulate the idea that human beings come in distinct varieties, with some being more worthy than others. Despite the objective biological realities of human racial categorizing, racial truth continues to remain eclipsed by these seemingly intractable racist narratives that only serve to justify the existence of racism. Let's get this clear. Prejudice is a global human characteristic. Everyone has prejudice. It is a normal, natural, and healthy function of self-preservation. It simply boils down to, I am less and less comfortable with those who are less and less like me, according to how we identify ourselves. Okay, discrimination is an action based on that prejudice. So a person of any skin color can discriminate against any other person. This is true. Then, of course, there's racial hatred, which goes both ways. Racism, however, is and always was a white institution created solely to marginalize a random group of humans for the purpose of subjugating them for power and money. Racism, and this is it, is having the ability to impose, inflict, and demonstrate unjustifiable prejudice, discontentment, and disapproval over a group of people with the power to manifest the reality of it through discrimination, economic disadvantage, social unfairness, political inequities, degrading social and educational structures, and oppressive institutions. There is no reverse racism or black racism simply because persons of power have neither the economic position or political power to manifest racism's genocidal components. The institution of racism serves to perpetuate the myth of white supremacy, to disguise ongoing methods of achieving inequitable distribution of wealth. Who is a racist? Despite the white, self-serving definitions in Merriam-Webster, a racist is not as simple as some old, crotchety person with no political teeth. It is not only a noun, it is an adjective, as in, until they become racially literate, all white persons are continued to be racist. Any white person who employs, supports, or promotes any of the false racist narratives is engaging in racism and therefore a racist. You do not need to intend to be a racist in order to be one. You do not need to want to be a racist in order to be one. You do not even need to know you're a racist in order to be one. But we will. The concept of race is a relentless and recalcitrant abortion of truth, bolstered by generations of lies that perpetuate these false racist narratives so that white people may continue having a better quality of life at the expense of our human kin of color. Let's do better. End of discussion.